Oh, hey guys, welcome to the Moment of Clarity, Lessons in Leadership. I'm Dr. Williams, and today we're going to talk about the cheat codes to success. Stay tuned. All right, guys, let's talk about cheat codes to success. You can cheat to be successful, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Cheat codes to success. Listen, when I was growing up playing the Atari, the Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, there were cheat codes that you could put in if you figured them out, and in that moment, they took you to the next level, or they gave you a set of power or skills that you didn't have before, and it gave you an advantage over those who were around you. So I want to talk to you about 3 cheat codes today that's going to give you an advantage over people around you. And listen, if you ask 100 people for cheat codes, they'll give you 3 to 100 different things, right? And so this is not an exhaustive list. This is a list of what I think are the top 3 things that you need in order to get to the next level. Right? And so I also have to define what the next level is. Listen, the next level or success is predicated upon how you define success for yourself. Right, Dr. Robert Coltrane teaches that. She says that success is not defined by what others think about you, it's defined by what you think of yourself. Right, I know so many people that have been in assistant managing positions in their organization, or they've been in assistant principal positions for a long time, and people look on them and they say, you don't ever want to go to the next level? But they're going to the next level every year because it's defined by their view of success, right? And if you're walking in your God-given purpose, I don't care what your title is, you're where you're supposed to be, right? And so the next level is not always a new title. The next level for you could be figuring out a better way, a more efficient way to be a great leader. And if you're evolving as a leader, the title means a lot less than your evolution. And so you have to define what success is for you. All right, so let's talk about the first cheat code to success. And the first one is discipline. Listen, I love this quote by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says that a part of discipline is doing something you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. I love that quote, and I love that quote because what it does is it lets us know that discipline is not something that you're going to love to do all the time. Listen, discipline is not something that everybody likes to do. Everybody does not enjoy being disciplined. But at the end of the day, discipline is that first code that's going to take you to the next level, because you can't be an effective leader of undisciplined people if you're not disciplined. And you can't be an effective leader to discipline people if you're not disciplined. So you have to understand what discipline is. Discipline is the act or the process or the procedure or the skill of knowing when to do something and how effective and how hard to go at it. You've got to be disciplined enough to do it and to do what other folk don't want to do, but do it like you love to do it. Right? That's what discipline is. And if you understand how to be disciplined, when it comes to every area of your leadership capacity, people will follow you simply because they know you're disciplined. Right? People will see that quality of discipline in your life and they'll want to follow you. Listen, Dr. Darius Daniels calls communication a meta skill, right? It's a skill that once you get better at that, you get better at everything. Well, discipline is also a meta skill. Discipline is something that once you get great at being a disciplined leader, you're going to be great at being a disciplined husband, a disciplined wife, a disciplined father, right? It's one of those meta skills that makes every aspect of your life better once you fine tune that skill set. All right, so being disciplined is so key to your growth and to your success. Listen, Denzel Washington, the greatest actor in my opinion of all time, Denzel Washington says the difference between good and great is discipline and consistency. And that second cheat code is consistency. Listen, if you want to be bad at something, All you do is consistently do it bad, right? And if you want to be good or great at something, then you consistently do it good and great, right? Consistency is so simple, yet it's so profound, and it's so hard sometimes for us to put in practical application. You have to be consistent. Listen, one of the worst things that you can do as a leader is be inconsistent. When people don't know what they're going to get from day to day from the person they're following, that is a huge problem in leadership. Listen, one of the greatest leaders that I worked for, a man by the name of Ken Richardson, was so consistent. We knew what time he was going to walk in every day. We knew what we were going to get from him every day. And listen, we knew he was consistently not a morning person. So if you had an issue, you knew you couldn't go to him before 8 o'clock, right? He was consistent in that. Even his pet peeves were consistent. And so you have to make sure as a leader that you are not only disciplined in how you function and operate, you have to make sure that you're consistent and that people know what they're going to get when they come to follow you, right? That's a huge problem in leadership. People don't want to follow someone in which they do not know from day to day which person they're going to get. Why? Because when they're faced with a problem, they don't know if they can come to you with it, and they don't know if it's not a good time or if it's not a good day for them to even approach you. When you're inconsistent, you're many times unapproachable. And so as a leader, you've got to make sure you're not only disciplined, you got to make sure that you're also consistent, because when you exhibit consistency, you're also an approachable leader. All right, the third thing, and probably the most important one, or the most overlooked one, I should say, is a mentor and a coach. Listen, nobody gets to where they want to get without someone who's able to coach them through some things. Right? And you've got to have a mentor and a coach if you want to get to the level that you want to go to. Listen, you are not maximizing your fullest potential if you're trying to do it without a mentor or a coach. Listen, I've said so many times on A Moment of Clarity that I have multiple mentors and coaches, right? Dr. Robin Coltrane is one of them. In the educational world, she is my mentor, my coach. She mentors and coaches me through different situations. She grows me. She challenges me. She stretches me, right? And in the outside of education, my mentor coach is Gary Smith. And Gary Smith is a world-renowned author and speaker, right? And what he does is he stretches me, and he challenges me, and he coaches me through how to make things happen, how to be more a business professional, how to be more efficient in my communication, right? And those are just two of the people that I go to help me with the areas of my professional growth that I need help in, right? But I also have mentors who I don't know personally, right? Or I partner, and I call those people partners. These are people who I can't pick up the phone and call. I may can shoot them an email, but I partner with those people, and those people help to take me to the next level through the resources that they provide. And so if you want to get to that next level, you've got to be humble enough to go to someone who's been where you're trying to go and say, listen, I need some help getting there. Can you coach me? Can you mentor me? And what I found out to be so amazing, in a world full of hate, in a world full of evil, in a world full of discombobulation, what I found to be so amazing is there are people just waiting for someone to ask them for help. Listen, there are so many people out there that are just waiting to deposit into you something that they have learned to do over the course of so much time. And so it's a simple thing to take your phone out and text, or to call, or to email someone and say, hey, you've already been here. Can you coach me? Hey, you have this skill that I'm trying to develop. Can you coach me? Can you challenge me in that area? Because when you have a mentor and a coach, they are going to take you to the next level faster than everybody around you. And what I see so much in leadership is we're giving mentors and coaches, but we don't select mentors and coaches as much as we should. And the people who excel the fastest, and let me specify, I'm not talking about go to a higher level with a title. I'm talking about the people who lead the best. They're not always the head honcho, right? The people who lead the best have mentors and coaches that's pushing and challenging them to go to the next level. Listen, you've got to be disciplined. You've got to be consistent. And you've got to find a mentor and a coach that's going to push you and challenge you to go to the next level. Listen, leave me a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, no one's following you. You're just walking. Until next time.